Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Fly versus I'm gonna say Gusch, taking place here on everyone's favorite map to dot or pile on. This is gonna be Echo Isle. Gusch spawning as the blue human player on the top left hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Fly spawning as the yellow orc on the top right. Orc versus human in this 1v1 matchup as things are getting underway, opening up with Ultra of Storms, Barracks Burrow going up against, well, Barracks, Ultra of Kings, and Dual Farms. Pretty much a very similar opening across the board. I'm going to go ahead and get up to go ahead up to the 2-minute mark, as it is going to be a Blood Mage first coming in from Gusch, going up against a Farseer. All right, Blood Mage first. Interesting choice. It was one of those tactics in years past where you just thought your opponent was trolling you and saying like, "Yeah, I can beat you with a Blood Mage first." But the Blood Mage has become a much more of a powerhouse in terms of heroes, as his Flame Strike. Players have been able to use it much more aggressively, and then also the benefit of that siphon mana to shut down enemy heroes here. Blood Mage purposely aggroing the mercenary camp here just so he can go shopping to pick up some additional the Forest Troll Shadow Priest off to the south, and now the units are simply just gonna go ahead and walk back home. Yeah, style. Here we are. Blood Mage gonna go ahead and engage, going after the Null Brute. There's a little bit of damage onto that Blood Mage, but the Forest Troll Shadow Priest will be able to make that up rather easily. Farseer already out, picking up a Ring of Protection +3, has a little bit more experience. Fly now ready to run across the map and put in that necessary pressure. All right, Null Poachers gonna get taken down right here. Forest Troll Shadow Priest gonna go ahead and heal back up once more. Footmen getting ready to engage as we're looking at the Blood Mage. Footman trying to finish things off. Nope, easy, free bit of experience by Fly as the Grunt is right there. There's Siphon Mana, taking mana away right there. Forest Troll Shadow Priest abolishing magic from those Spirit Wolves, and then giving the mana straight back to that Forest Troll Shadow Priest, saying, "Here you go, thank you very much. You take down those priests, or you take down those wolves, and I will make sure that you have mana to do it again and again." All right, that Farseer without those Spirit Wolves actually unable to do nearly as much pressure, and it knows that the Spirit Wolves right behind are just going to constantly be abolished immediately. As you see, one abolished right there. There's another abolished once more, and the Blood Mage still having plenty of mana to siphon away from that Farseer should be able to give more to that Forest Troll Shadow Priest again. Some beautiful tactical plays, but right now, the Blood Mage still needs to get level 2 as well. We are going into a second barracks. All right, a second barracks town hall. This is this dual Rax Rifleman with a very odd style bit of play. As you can see, the Headhunter now taking a bit of damage as well. The Blood Mage is going to be sitting in the frontline spot, and we're looking at the Forest Troll Shadow Priest perhaps gonna be doing a lot more healing. That one Footman down to 35 hit points. And we're looking at the Blood Mage trying to hold that front door there, getting in a little bit more damage again and again, as we could be looking at more Siphon Mana. Nope, yep, we are more Siphon Mana. Farseer unable to do all that much here. Meanwhile, the Blood Mage needs to give mana to that Forest Troll Shadow Priest, as we're looking at low hit point units across the board without any sign of an Arcane Vault for heals. All right, Blood Mage now completely out of mana once more. We are looking at a Defend now being researched, even though we are going into Rifleman as well. Interesting call here, as there's quite a bit of damage, low damaged units here. All right, trying to get some damage. There's some more Siphon Mana. Once more Militia now trying to make their way back over. Blood Mage now low on hit points, trying to pull back here. Footman low on hit points. It needs to retreat back, as the Headhunter is able to use that range and finish off one of those peasants again. All right, coming back through. Footman, perhaps they're going to try and push on in. Rifleman getting in a little bit of damage. There goes an ensnare onto a Footman again, as the Footman does have Defend. Is it going to reflect back a little bit of damage? It will, but that Footman will still end up getting taken down, not denied by Gusch. All right, we are at tier 2, getting up a Paladin as that second hero. Forest Troll Shadow Priest trying to heal up all of these remaining units. Rifleman getting trained up. Perhaps long-range rifles should also be added as well, since you do have dual barracks. dual barracks trying to train up, well, footman and rifleman. Interesting call there, as we are looking at a little bit more damage, but the headhunter is able to escape at 15 hit points. Force Troll Shadow Priest once more low on mana again. Blood Mage low on hit points and needs to be healed back up. Paladin out here on the battlefield ready to do exactly that. Paladin back out on the battlefield, gonna be able to start holy lighting the footman army. And if you have low hit point units, might as well holy light your own units immediately, as if you're maxed out on mana, you're not regenerating mana and not making great plays at all. In comes the army once more. Here we are going into an engagement, perhaps gonna try and finish things off. Is the Paladin gonna get some experience? No, not quite yet. Blood Mage now sitting at level 1, could try and siphon mana away from the Blood Mage, or from the Ogre Magi. No, goes straight for the Farseer. Farseer now going to be out of mana again. Holy Light should be inbound, coming in from the Paladin once more, as we are looking at more and more siphon mana again and again. Blood Mage mana control throughout this matchup, as the Paladin and his sudden heal burst and the ability to just constantly top him off with mana, perhaps catching Fly a bit off guard. Also, Gusch is having a much larger army than you would suspect at this point and stage in the game, as he hasn't spent any additional gold on tech buildings. He only wanted the second hero, and he now has, perhaps, does he have the improved rifleman range? He doesn't even have the improved rifleman range at all, just now getting it started. All right, Rifleman range now getting up an Arcane Vault off over here. Orc Burrows gonna try and fight back here. There's some more siphon mana. Footman with the Fen, reflecting back a little bit of damage. Paladin says, don't worry, I got you, Blood Mage, as I'm gonna be able to continue to heal up once more. Pit Lord, the counter hero, coming back the other side. Footman trying to dive on in, as the Pit Lord does have access to, well, Howl of Terror to try and increase the damage, but no, there is a Banish. Banish as the second ability to shut down the Pit Lord for a little bit of time, as the units are just trying to dive on in. Holy Light saving that low hit point footman there. Force Troll Shadow Priest gets saved right there, and Holy Light could try and save, yes, the Force Troll Shadow Priest once more, as both sides are fighting every which way. Arcane Vault is completed. No, well, we could actually be looking at some ivory towers being set up here, as the peasants are now trying to retreat back once more. Footmen now trying to charge back the other way. Peasants taking quite a bit of damage. Farms are being placed down here. Not even the scout tower that I thought it was, as the footmen are looking to dive on into position. All right, footmen with the Fen, unable to catch up enough of that distance. There are peasants down across over here. Footmen, Howl of Terror, greatly reducing the amount of damage that they're dealing here, as the Paladin here has used its Potion of Greater Mana already. More siphon mana away from that Pit Lord. Pit Lord has no way of really spending that mana, as the Blood Mage constantly able to take mana from the Farseer or that Pit Lord there. All right, Footman trying to go after more units, but the Paladin continue to Holy Light more and more of those units, as well as the Force Troll Shadow Priest is the only unit that can heal up that Paladin so far. We could be looking at a potential surround, trying to add in more damage, as the Berserkers, yes, Berserkers have been upgraded now with an additional 100 hit points. So it is tier 3 versus tier 2. Is Fly going to be able to fend off this attack long enough, as Fly has a smaller army, but he has far higher tech, but that tech has not really been able to translate into anything else as of yet. While this is happening, Gusch is actually building farms inside his opponent's base to create more of these narrow walkways that is causing a bit of problems. Footmen, well, look at all of those low hit point Berserkers there, as we're looking at damage starting to get added back up. All right, there goes one Berserker. Another Berserker could get taken down. Blood Mage still off to the side here. Are we going to see that Berserker try and retreat away? Yes. Banish onto the Torrent, as the Torrent unable to join in on the fight either, as mana is just being siphoned away from the Farseer and that Pit Lord constantly. Level 2 now on that Paladin. Paladin opts to go for, no, hasn't gone for Devotion Aura now, giving additional armor across all of these units, as we are going into a third and final hero by Fly. With that said and done, the Voodoo Lounge is going to be taking quite a bit of damage, perhaps should be attacking the Orc Burrows as well. If the Orc Burrows are attacked, you are going to end up being very, very supply blocked indeed. Look at all of those Orc Burrows, especially with access to piercing damage to be able to poke them apart. Tauren Totem now getting pressured here. Meanwhile, Blood Mage down to the south, trying to cause a little bit of problems, get some damage onto that Pit Lord. Pit Lord is down to 54 hit points, being forced to retreat back away. Blood Mage still has quite a bit of hit points and mana if it wants to use it. A little bit of a spread out attack here, as the Orc Burrow 41 supply gonna end up becoming supply blocked here, as the reinforced defenses was not in time. Focusing down more of those buildings indeed is gonna cause more problems, as the Blood Mage sitting at level 2 may try and scroll of Town Portal, but needs to somehow get back into this position here, finishing off some of these burrows and those peons instead. No more mining coming in from Fly. All of those peons are now hiding inside the burrows as the units are trying to retreat back. Footmen with Defend able to stand their ground against those burrows, as they're still throwing in those spears. 57 supply compared to 60, or 39 supply compared to 41, still pretty much supply block, and that may get even worse here in just a moment as 2 more burrows may get taken down. Pit Lord is back across over here. Blood Mage level 3 on level 3 now on the Paladin, and level 3 on the Blood Mage. Even more heals across the board as burrow after burrow has fallen. 37 supply over 21. Any unit that gets taken down will be down for the count until additional burrows can get trained up, and that may not be for a while, as there is still a lot of pressure here. Paladin now trying to dive on in. So many units to heal, but he's just going to let them fall at this point and stage in the game, as the Paladin is currently low on mana. Needs to perhaps siphon some more mana into that Paladin here, as the Shadow Hunter is now using Healing Wave to try and heal up all of these units once more. Another 400 hit point heal. Siphon mana away from the Shadow Hunter. Paladin needs more mana as well, or needs more time to try to get some more Holy Lights across multiple units. And is he going to do that? No, has not been able to use the Holy Light that efficiently, but multiple banish across 2 of the Torrents, as they are just currently out from the fight constantly. More siphon mana could be ready, as the Berserkers now go into Berserker Rage to increase their attack speed even further. Still more damage here. These farms off in the position, if they were guard towers, would be much, much better. 43 supply over 66. We could be looking at some additional heals as well. And really, we are still looking at dual racks play. The only sign of tier 2 is the second hero and the riflemen's with that attack range upgrade. Footman continuing this fight once again. Blood Mage, Paladin, both sitting at level 3. Farseer is at 3. Pit Lord is at 2. And the Shadow Hunter is at 1. The Spirit Wolves with, well, quite an impressive amount of damage now. And the hit points getting up to 350 will not be taken down by a single Abolish Magic, even if you try to grab it from the Forest Troll Shadow Priest. All right, Pit Lord down to 175 hit points, as the Blood Mage needs a way to deal magic damage against those Tauren, while those Tauren are in that ethereal form. Increase that damage there, as the Rifleman now needs to try and back up once again. All right, Tauren still trying to wander around. More siphon mana again. Shadow Hunter down to 43 mana, as the Blood Mage now needs to try and retreat back. Perhaps going to be able to finish off one of these units here. One of those Tauren. Tauren are incredibly beefy units, and well, the Paladin going to get that blocked there. Meanwhile, Footman still putting pressure. Fly having a difficult time. 35 supply over 41. Did get an additional Orc Burrow, and is now mining more gold once again, as we're looking at another Tauren about to get taken down. All right, Footman trying to reflect back some damage, does exactly that, able to run between the 2 farms. That micro actually working out well, as the Blood Mage, well, unsure of any targets to easily siphon mana, is safe for that Pit Lord. Pit Lord, however, going to try and break that connection and retreat all the way to the back. More siphon mana away from the Shadow Hunter, but didn't have that much mana to begin with. May have actually ended up being negative on mana right there. Paladin still at 3. Blood Mage still at 3, is continuing all of that pressure. Siphon mana away from that Pit Lord, could get a little bit of additional mana right there, and there is all of that mana. 100 mana once more, as their units are trying to retreat back. There's some pulverizing Taurens. Could they actually end up getting taken down? A little bit of focus fire across all of those units should be enough here, as the Tauren now falls back. This has just been a long, relentless sprint, as the Paladin tries to chase after that Tauren, and the Tauren is going to be able to get away at 105 hit points, going back the other way. Paladin now trying to retreat back here, as the units are just running back off to the north. Tauren escapes with 106 hit points, giving a little bit of respite for Fly, even though he is currently not mining any gold. So there is 6,000 gold left there, 4,000 gold, 4,500 gold left there. About 2.5 minutes of mining disrupted. About 2.5 minutes of mining disrupted right there, as the Blood Mage stands in front and absorbs a whole bunch of damage, constantly getting holy lighted by the Paladin, and also using a potion of healing, as well as the Paladin may purposely, does not finish blocking off that wall. The Pit Lord could have been in a bit of trouble, Pitlord could have been in a bit of trouble as the Paladin now continues to run back around. Paladin still holding off against the attacks here. Berserkers trying to find a little bit of damage, but there is a firing squad ready to shoot down that Berserker as the Berserker realizes, wait, where'd the rest of his army go? 41 supply compared to 45. Fly has a slightly smaller army, but the Tauren in that frontline spot with that Pulverize are representing a large amount of damage to all of those medium armored riflemen here, as the Tauren now looks to finally back away. Clarity Potion coupled with healing Scroll of Regeneration not affecting the Blood Mage as it was already maxed out. Clarity Potion on that Blood Mage, coupled with Scroll of Regeneration for all of those Riflemen trying to heal back up a bit more. Pitlord now trying to dive on in. Siphon Mana. Blood Mage get the Holy Light right there, turning back around, continuing that fight. Low hit point Tauren down to 120 hit points, able to stay alive again. Meanwhile, full hit point Tauren back out in the battle, gonna go ahead and start using that Pulverize in that front line spot. Footman with Defend. One guy now charging back into this battle here. Where is he going to go on to? He's just going to try to run straight on and disrupt all of that mining once more. And, well, decides, you know what? I've already lost half my life before I even got into position. And, wow, that Pit Lord, Banish, Holy Light almost takes him down right there. Just a slight miscalculation on that bit right there, as that Tauren may end up getting taken down as it tried to dive in after a Footman, only to see, wait a second, I chased a bit too far. Blood Mage sitting at level 3, Paladin sitting at level 3, that Pit Lord almost taken down from a Banish Holy Light 1-2 combination punch, as Berserkers will easily get, should have been taken down right there. Farseer now trying to retreat back again. Dire Wolves now trying to reach back once more. We're looking at the Berserker, heading back off to the north. Again here, as the Wolves are just trying to retreat back. There's a bit of deny once there by Fly. Gusch with an interesting style of play with all of this pressure, with one Footman with Defend and just joining in on the battle, constantly taking down peasants, causing problems. All of these Orc burrows, trying to stop the attacks there as the units are retreating back again. Blood Mage still staying alive. That little bit of devotion aura coupled with the constant 400 hit point heals is making it very difficult to shut down this Blood Mage completely. Holy Light continuing to save here. More Riflemen looking to retreat back, not even having any 1-0 upgrades, as a Tauren could easily get taken down. 1 or 2 more shots, yes, giving a double level up to the Blood Mage and that Paladin. All right, Blood Mage and Paladin, level 2 devotion aura going to be a very big deal if it's ever trained, as it would give additional armor to that Blood Mage, making it even that much more difficult to try to finish off any of these units. Rifleman may get taken down. No, he does not get taken down. Footman now trying to retreat back, and once more the Pit Lord survives at 3 hit points because being able to survive that 1-2 punch from Banish and Holy Light. Okay, level 2 Banish is the ability there, able to neutralize those units even longer as another Berserker gets taken down. 39 supply compared to 48, trying to keep the pressure while you have your opponent up against the ropes, and that's exactly what's happening here, and it may end up working out as the Pit Lord down to 104 hit points. Is it going to try and heal up? Yes, it is. Are we going to see a Banish Holy Light down to 135 hit points? There's the Banish Holy Light finally finishing off the Pit Lord at level 2. All right, no more Pit Lord. He represented a large presence in the battle with those Howl of Terrors and that cleave against all of those Riflemen. Scroll of Regeneration healing up even more units again and again as the Shadowhunter are trying to finish off some of those low hit point Riflemen, but any focus fire is greatly counteracted by the 400 hit point burst heal from that Paladin. All right, another Footman ready to join in on the battle here to dive on in for the cause here. A Tauren getting banished once again as he is unable to do very much, and the Footman just going to dive on in with that Defend and perhaps try to disrupt the mining again and again. It looks like Fly is down to 28 supply and will not be able to easily defend this. Are we going to see there's another Holy Light there. Tauren down 500 hit points, down to 676 as it is looking to retreat back. Footmen in the mineral line here, or the gold mine line, able to cause and disrupt once more as the Tauren down to 237 hit points may not be able to join back in on this fight ever. All right, it looks like Gusch is going to be able to put in enough pressure against Fly and perhaps come away with a victory that he can talk about, as the Footmen still disrupting inside that main gold mine harvesting. All right, Farseer looking to retreat away. Shadowhunter retreats away off to the north. Voodoo Lounge is getting repaired, but it's not going to be enough. There is the GG by Fly. Gusch in a marathon sprint, 20 minutes marathon sprint, able to outlast Fly, keeping the pressure while he had the pressure, and really going to tier 2 only, but not really spending any gold on any tier 2 buildings, only getting up that second hero. You saw how important that paladin was, and that rifleman range upgrade. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, hope you guys enjoyed it.